Hey everyone, Hard Shadow here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. And hey there. Okay, so previously we went through the side story Respect. We met Natsuki for the first time, and Joey is once again being a cheaply, wanting attention from me. Okay, well, so now we're gonna go ahead and do the side story Balance, which seems to be between Natsuki and Sayori. So let's go ahead and just get started on that. Natsuki! While Natsuki is messing with the orientation of her manga in the closet shelves, Sayori approaches from behind and pulls her into an embrace. Surprise hug attack! What? Hi. Oh my gosh. Family Guy moment. Hi. The Literature Club has been in full swing since Natsuki joined. Including her, the club is now comprised of 4 members, which means they're now officially recognized as a full club. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favorite kinds of literature with each other. Natsuki was first and shared her passion for manga. Then Sayori shared her love for poetry, as well as how she goes about writing it herself. Monika, who has multiple literary interests, decided to focus her day on short stories. That's kind of one of the things that I like to write myself, actually. And finally, Yuri managed to demonstrate her obsession with fantasy, with a little help and encouragement from Sayori. After the week was spent on their presentations, Monika decided to give the club members this week to freely explore each other's literary interests. Sayori, having spent most of her time in the club so far with Yuri's fantasy books, is rather excited to begin her journey into Natsuki's manga collection. I want to read with you today. Tell me which one I should pick. That depends on the kind of stuff you like. I mean, there's romance, drama, comedy, mystery, horror. I like all those things. Except for horror. Keep that away from me. Sayori reaches out and pulls a random book from the shelf and inspects the cover. Oh my... Shouldn't this girl be wearing more clothes? Wow, these poor girls in Master Roshi's magazines. They're so poor they can't afford clothes. Oh god. You wouldn't like that one. Oh, Natsuki, what are you reading? What are you reading? That reaction tells me everything I need to know. In a panic, Natsuki snatches the book from Sayori's hand, then replaces it on the shelf in a less conspicuous location. What are you doing bringing that kind of stuff into the school? What? I don't... Okay, well, if you really have no preference, then let's start with something that's easy to get into. A lot of these don't start to get really good until like a few volumes in, and I wouldn't ask someone to make that kind of commitment unless they're already into manga. I could handle it. I did it with Yuri's book, at least. Well, I'm more considerate than that. Although, I'm kinda impressed by your attention span if you put that much effort into her books. Oh. That sounds like an insult. What the? What? I saw this somewhere and I thought this was a stupid meme that somebody made. What the hell? You're telling me this is officially part of the game? Yeah, I legit thought that this was, like, part of a shitpost mod or something! No, I have the attention span of a donut. What the hell? This... I don't believe it. I can't believable. Ugh. But I love my friends, and I can do anything if it's for them. Well, okay then. Let's pick something even you donut or blah. Let's pick you something that even donuts can read. I didn't say I was a donut, I just said I had the attention span of one. Were you trying to call me sweet? You're so cute. Seriously, this... It just feels like this could have been out of a mod somewhere. No! How did you get to that conclusion? And don't call me that. A donut? Cute. Aw, how come? Are we finally going to learn why calling Natsuki is like the equivalent to dying? I just don't like it. I don't need a reason. Okay, fine, be that way. Deny me an explanation of something that I've long wondered about. Natsuki yanks a book from the shelf and closes the closet doors. If someone asks you to stop, then you need to stop. People need to realize that. No means no. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to hurt you. Nah, sorry. It wasn't you. Natsuki shakes her head while pulling a second chair over to her desk. I was talking about something else. I didn't mean to get angry all of a sudden. Natsuki averts her gaze and mumbles. You're like... well, like a nice person, so... I wasn't talking about you. I still learned a valuable lesson. Sari speaks softly as well, feeling shy after receiving the unexpected compliment. Well, anyway, here's the book, so just start it whenever you feel like it. What's it about? Bungee jumping. Well, it's like a comedy, and there's romance too, obviously. So it's a rom-com? Hey there, Ninja. Sari looks at the title. It's called Love is Another Word for Luck. I know that feeling all too well. If love is another word for luck, then I have a lot of bad luck when it comes to love, let me tell you. It's about a girl who keeps accidentally running into the same guys, and then you find out, like... well, you should just read it. You find out it's the same guy! He just has like 27 different alter egos. And every time she runs into him, she thinks it's a different guy, but instead, it's actually the same guy, but he's just wearing different clothes and a wig. And maybe a funny mustache and some glasses and... okay, well, God. Now I kind of want to write a story like that. It's gonna be a stupid story, obviously, but... imagine. But you have to tell me what you think. I can already guess who you're gonna ship yourself with. It'd be so funny if I'm right. Oh god, the shipping. Well, it's one thing if you ship a fictional character with a ship... or with ship a fictional character with a different fictional character, but... imagine shipping yourself, a real person, with a fictional character, I'm just saying. Ship? I don't get it. Never mind. Let's not worry about that yet. Natsuki, you're gonna open up a can of worms with that. Just make sure you tell me what you think. Oh, okay. I'll start then. Hey, maybe tomorrow we can do poetry too. Oh, yeah, I guess. But don't you want to finish this first? Yeah, but we could do both. I mean, unless you don't like poetry, then I won't make you or anything. No, it's just... well, never mind. We can worry about it tomorrow. After the club meeting ends and Natsuki and Yuri leave, Monika strikes up a conversation with Sayori. Have you unlocked these? This is one of them! I see you got Natsuki to share some of her manga with you. I really want to become better friends with her. She's so enthusiastic and expressive. And grumpy. You can't forget that she's grumpy. I could just listen to her talk. She's so... I'm not sure if I meant to... if I can't say that to her, or if I just can't say it at all. Say what? Nothing. I am a woman of respect. But Natsuki is a woman of cute. God. So far, at least 50% of this dialogue makes me feel like it came out of a mod. They're all unlocked, but I'm going through them in order. And you only unlock them once you finish the main story of the game. Oh, I said it. What's so bad about that? I don't know. It's like the equivalent to dying. That's what Ardred Shadow says, at least. But you know, there's one thing I'm kind of worried about. Sometimes I'm afraid that Natsuki actually doesn't like me very much. Well... Natsuki wants to kill me in my sleep, if it makes you feel any better. Oh, that's ridiculous. How come you feel that way? Well, I mean... just little signs, like how she only says hi to me after I say hi to her first. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you saw it, but somebody was sharing a screenshot of Sayori telling Natsuki, I have the attention span of a donut. I thought that was from a mod, but no, it's from this game. I'm not kidding, and I'm just freaking out, like... like, I'm just here like, would Sayori really admit I have the attention span of a donut? Well, apparently if Dan Salvato says so, I guess it's canon now. And it feels like she only gets excited to talk to me when it's about manga and other stuff she likes. She seems dismissive a lot. She's like that with everybody. She was like that when I brought up poetry. Yeah, but that doesn't mean she doesn't like you. She's probably just shy, you know? No, she's grumpy. Maybe. My stupid head is making me worry for no reason. It likes to do that. Sorry, your head is not stupid. Don't say that. It's okay. Try not to worry so much. Everything will be great. Just ignore it, Sayori. You'll live longer. But you can always talk to me about any concerns you have. I'm here to help. You're the best! She sure is. Well, when she's not being evil, like in the... well, in 3 of the mods that I've been playing. Sayori gives Monika a quick hug. Like, this is the Monika that I like. Not the one that's evil and tries to kill people and... Well, I'm gonna keep trying, because I love her and I want to get closer to her. Well, Sayori, you're making headlines. Well... no, well, pretty much a lot of... what was I gonna say? There have been a lot of, like, girl love ships between the club members, and... from what I understand, a few of these side stories apparently are like a shipping goldmine, and... kinda makes me wonder, did Dan Salvato take a page from K-On! A little bit here? Well, specifically how Mugi is kind of low-key, sort of... well, probably doesn't make sense if you've never seen K-On!, but anyway. You got this! The next day... after the next club meeting starts, Sayori is the last one in as usual. Trotting into the room, she sees Natsuki sitting alone by the closet, reading what must be a manga. Alright. Apparently she also brought a dirty manga to the club! And I'm here like, what the hell's wrong with you? She's rich, but is willing to be with the common folk. I love Mio. Mio's my favorite too. Okay, so you do know. Mio and Azusa are, like, my two favorites. Yeah, I'm kind of here like, hey, wait a minute, well, your Mugi is rich, but she's not really like that, though. But, alright. Without hesitation, Sayori pulls up a chair and plops herself right down next to Natsuki. Hello there! Hello there! General Kenobi! You are a bold one! That's my imitation of Natsuki doing a bad imitation of General Grievous. If you want me to do it the proper way, hello there! General Kenobi! You are a bold one. Kill him. Yeah, her eyebrows. Her eyebrows that are like... God, I still remember that clip where Yui takes her eyebrows off and... that whole thing. Hi. What you reading? Can I read it with you? What the hell? Natsuki, are you reading a dirty manga in the club room? Natsuki pulls the book away from Sayori. You can't just start in the middle, there are spoilers. Besides, what about the one I gave you yesterday? You can't finish the Brady Bunch if you miss the beginning. Sorry, I was just curious. Well, anyway, I've been waiting forever for this volume to come out, and it just came out yesterday, so... Oh, well... I kind of get what Natsuki's kind of heading towards. And I can imagine where Sayori's gonna get kind of possibly hurt. Oh, that's exciting! Well, I'll let you read it then. Can I sit next to you, though? Sure. Sayori plops herself down next to Natsuki, then pulls out a blank sheet of paper. Because she's got a blank space, baby. And she'll write your name. Okay, no, she's not Light Yagami. Or Taylor Swift. Natsuki reads in silence, save for the periodic flutter of a page being released from beneath her thumb. From Sayori's side, only the light tapping sound of her pen meeting the paper can be heard. Time passes, so slowly. Sayori's paper is filled with scribbles, and the margins are lined with stick figures. Natsuki lets out a deep sigh and closes her book. Did you finish? No, but it's a good stopping point. My head is swimming. I need a break. Your head's asleep. My head is snoring! Make it stop! Natsuki stretches her arms. Aren't you bored? Jessie, this is boring! Okay, no. No, I was writing. Oh, I saw all the stick figures and thought you were just bored. I just draw those when I'm thinking or writing I just draw those when I'm thinking or waiting for inspiration. I made friends with them all. This one is sad because he thinks the night sky is pretty, but she can't look up at the stars in public without everyone thinking she's a weirdo. Screw the other people, then! And this one has problems with his back, but his doctors can't figure out what's wrong with him. My friend Maggie had problems with her back. God, I wonder. Like I said, I haven't spoken to her in years, and I have no idea what happened to her. I just really hope she's okay, wherever she is. What the heck? Yeah, she gave them all interesting backstories. You're the weirdo. Want to read the poem I'm working on? Sure, I guess. Sayori slides the paper over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads through the poem, she furrows her eyebrows. She slides the paper back over to Sayori. Don't you ever feel weird just sharing all of your thoughts and feelings like that? I mean, your poems are, like, really emotional. Is that bad? Well, no. It was just an observation. I think people can get closer to each other if they find ways of expressing their feelings. Well, Natsuki begins to protest, but she can't find a good way of putting her thoughts into words. What a coincidence, I struggle with doing that too. Doesn't that depend more on the kinds of friends you have? I don't know. To each their own, but I've never met anyone I'd feel comfortable sharing my poems with. She writes poems! Well, we know that, but she doesn't. Not that it's you. It's just how I am, so... See, Sayori had the same reaction I did. You write poems? Busted and disgusted. You never told me that. I just thought you wrote other stuff. Yeah, that too, but... You should... I mean, would you ever want to share? Like I said, I don't do that. But... Can we talk about something else? I'm sorry. It's not your fault. It just makes you uncomfortable. I can't help it. Still, I'm sorry. It's fine. Well, let's move on to something that makes us both happy. I should continue the book you gave me, since I didn't get very far yet. Sure. Over the next few days, Sayori begins each club meeting by approaching Natsuki with unwavering enthusiasm. It's Natsuki! Yes, it is. Natsuki! Hi, Natsuki! Okay, now Natsuki's turning grumpy. At the end of one club meeting, Monika, who has become rather invested in Sayori's friendship mission, starts in an innocuous conversation with Natsuki while she packs up. It's cool that you've been finding time to spend with Sayori. She was pretty excited for the chance to read manga with you. Yep, Sayori is truly innocent. Yeah. I'm sure you've been enjoying the chance to share it too, right? Yeah, mostly. Natsuki glances over her shoulder, but doesn't reply further. What's on your mind? Nothing. I don't talk about people behind their backs. Oh. Natsuki falls silent, but she just fidgets instead of getting back to what she was doing, as though she wants to say more. It's okay to share your feelings. That's different from talking about someone behind their back. It's okay to feel sad sometimes. I guess. Oh. God. I made Natsuki sound southern because I was doing that southern voice. I guess. I just hate it when people talk about me behind my back, so I'm better than to do it to others. Monika shares a bright smile. You're really considerate. Thanks, I guess. But I don't feel like it. You can trust me. Natsuki stands in silence for a moment, still fidgeting. I just feel smothered sometimes. I'm not used to someone being, like, all over me right after we meet. I mean, it's fun to hang out with her, but... I just have no control over the pace. I can't just meet someone and instantly become friends with them, and, like, share everything about myself. That's not how it works. I just want to chill out sometimes. Oh, I didn't realize that was happening. It's fine. Why would you have? I know, I just feel bad about it. I know Sayori, so I should have realized. Well, Sayori doesn't realize it herself. Monica navigates through her tinge of guilt, which has surfaced mainly due to her being the one who previously encouraged Sayori's behavior. Despite not knowing the situation, Monica can't help but feel a little responsible. Do you want me to talk to her about it? No, I wouldn't like that. Well, I don't know. I could divert her into another club activity for you, or something. No way, that would be so underhanded. And mean. You're not Exit Music, Monica. Sorry, I didn't think that one through. Besides, just because I complained about it doesn't mean I'm asking for someone to solve my problems for me. True. I'm sorry. I guess I just instinctively want to try to solve problems, even if I haven't been invited to. It's fine. I would like to talk to Sayori about it, but it would make things really weird between us. I feel like it would make her constantly be afraid that she's bothering me. I don't know how to just keep things natural. Well, I think if you do a good job of expressing all your feelings, she would totally understand. Sayori really wants to be the best she can be for other people. Yes, and sometimes she even sacrifices her own happiness to do it. I think she would be happy that you want to improve your friendship with her. Maybe. Ugh, it just feels dumb. Talking to someone about how to be friends with them? It's just weird and not cool. Monica shrugs. Oh. It's a literature club. What does that have to do with anything? Then she mumbles through a stifled laugh. It's not the cool club. Hey! Is there a cool club somewhere? Sorry, that just tickled out of me for some reason. Look, I know you're kind of in a tough spot, and that it's hard for you to really express yourself. But you really demonstrated to me that you're great at self-reflection and critical thinking, even if it doesn't feel like it to you. I think that's the most important part of being able to navigate through these things. So I believe you'll find the right thing to do. Well, Natsuki instinctively starts to reject the compliment, but she can't find any excuse to do so. She's got your number. Thanks. Natsuki gathers her things, then finishes her thought in a mumble. I'm so glad I joined the club, even if it's weird sometimes. Monica smiles, but Natsuki turns her back and walks away before waiting for a reply. It was an unusual way for Natsuki to express her appreciation, but Monica knew what she meant. Natsuki is just grumpy and she doesn't express her feelings straightforward. It made Monica feel like everything really was going to be okay. That was kind of short. Issues caused by an unprotected memory. Yeah, I have no idea. Has someone done a lore video on these emails? Okay, oops, my mistake. Okay, now we're gonna go to Balance Part 2. It's lunchtime. Sayori, who usually buys her lunch, is making her way to the cafeteria like any other day. The clamor and bustle of the students is drowned by Sayori's impeccable skill of zoning out. However, her imagination is momentarily interrupted by the glimpse of a familiar pink-haired girl. Hey, that's Natsuki! I never run into the other club members around the school. Well, don't rush yourself. I mean, so long as there's no rush in general, take your time, especially since it'll give me more time to, like, recuperate myself, especially since this past week has been really exhausting for me. Natsuki! Sayori stands on her tiptoes and waves. Oh boy. Something tells me she's not going to like that. Natsuki, who's busy walking and chatting with her friends, didn't notice Sayori at first. Then she glances over in Sayori's direction. Sayori waves enthusiastically. Following her friends, Natsuki quickly ducks around the corner. Hey! She definitely saw me. Monika is the first to arrive to the club meeting, then Natsuki. Yuri apparently does not exist right now. Sayori, having glanced through the window to see Natsuki already inside, is unable to work up enough courage to enter. Natsuki's been so distant with me. I was stupid to think she ever wanted to be friends. She only got excited because she got to share her manga. But aside from that, she doesn't even like me. I should just go home today. Ah, speak of the devil. Where have you been? Sorry, but do you plan on going inside? No. What the... Now Sayori's being grumpy and it feels weird. Why? I'm sulking. Sayori, you're not supposed to be the grumpy one. That's Natsuki. Oh. Well, I'm sorry for bothering you. Excuse me. That sounds a little sassy coming from Yuri. No! Don't leave me! Oh, I'll stay here then. I don't want to go in. I'm afraid of bothering Natsuki. I saw her at lunch today, so I waved and called out to her, but instead of saying hi, she just ran away from me. Really? Not bad. What?! Hey! Sorry. I'm sorry. That was a joke. It just sounded like something stupid that I would do from anxiety. From anxiety? Well, I just don't like attention being drawn to myself. Neither do I. Oh. Well, that makes sense based on the person you are. But Natsuki isn't shy like that at all. I thought we were friends. But it feels like every day she's just trying to distance herself more, instead of get closer. It makes me feel like she was only spending time with me during the club because I was reading manga, but she doesn't actually want to be friends with me. Well, I feel like I'm missing a lot of context here. Was she in the middle of anything when you approached her? No, she was just walking with her friends. With her friends. Yuri pauses for a moment. How do I put this? Sayori, you're very fond of your friends, right? You always want to be spending time with them. Of course! I don't think there's anything more important to me. I mean, the best parts of my day are always with my friends. Besides that, I really hate being alone, so... You hate being alone? Sayori nods. You're very different people. We're very different people. I cherish my alone time. I cherish my time alone. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So, I think... Well, if I was trying to have alone time, and it was being threatened with an interruption, then... It just
would not make me very happy. Yeah, but that doesn't have to do with Natsuki.
Well, then again, I don't know, like, I'm sure we're gonna get to the bottom of this soon, but I'm just here like, is it really like the same thing for her?
She was already with her friends, not trying to be alone or anything. No, I think it's similar. Well, we're all friends in the club. But we have our own lives outside of the club as well. If you think about it, making new friends isn't some casual occurrence that happens on a daily basis.
No, not really. I mean, unless you legit, like, try to force it, and even then, at that point, you're trying to force it, you're not trying to let it happen naturally, so, you know, you can't just... You know, you can't just force yourself on someone like that.
A friendship is an invitation to intertwine your lives together. But the capacity at which each person is ready to do that might be different. There are friends who just like to have fun together, and others who talk every day and share every detail of their lives with each other. I think when establishing a friendship, it's important to consider the comfort level of the other person. I mean, we don't really know much about Natsuki's life outside of the club.
Well, aside from her dad possibly being a scumbag. But even then, we don't know to what extent, because that's technically Act 2. We don't know what her dad was like before Monica tampered with everything in Act 2.
It could be that she simply needs to make friends at her own pace, rather than jump headfirst into a new commitment. But that means I really was bothering her? I just really wanted to be good friends with her, so I treated her like one. Was I actually hurting her? I don't know. I'm sorry. My insight was really only based on what I understood about my own needs. And Natsuki and I are completely different, so...
Oh, great.
Why was I so selfish? Even if all that is true, then it still means I hurt her. I think I messed up. Yuri, with you, I think I was really careful to understand your needs when I was becoming friends with you. But I wasn't careful at all with Natsuki's because she already seemed really social. I just took control of everything instead of looking for the right balance.
Well, there's the title drop.
Now I hurt her and she doesn't want to talk to me. How could I let myself do this? Sayori, I think that, well, there was one time you told me something about the way I saw things in my head different from reality. It's easy to automatically jump to the worst-case scenario, but I think it's more likely that Natsuki doesn't harbor any ill feelings towards you.
Yeah, like, as much as I joke about Natsuki being all grumpy and hating people, well, specifically hating me as the protagonist and player, I mean, she kind of struggles with expressing her feelings, and that was kind of obvious with that part with Monica near the end before. So, she's probably kind of struggling with, you know, trying to figure this out herself, you know. But as a result, it's only coming off like she's, like, trying to put distance between her and Sayori. Not because she hates Sayori, but because she really doesn't know how to, like, handle this. Like, it's all new to her, and maybe she's kind of freaking out inside because she's like, I don't know what to do. This is all happening so fast, and
So, I think if we were to realistically consider the situation and how it could cause someone to feel, I'm bad at this. I'm sorry. You're a lot better than me at things like comforting and reassuring people.
Suddenly, Sayori gives Yuri a gentle hug.
You're the best, Yuri. I'm sorry for burdening you with this. You're trying so hard for me. You're such a sweetheart. It's not a burden. I enjoy listening to others. And my friends deserve happiness.
All of you deserve happiness! Sayori beams.
Well, I think I'm gonna give Natsuki some space. She should do what she wants. And if she does still want to be friends, then I'll learn her needs and I'll match her boundaries. Yeah, I'm sure that's what's best. I wish I didn't feel so awful and guilty. It makes me feel desperate, like I need to make it up to her by trying to make her happy. But that's not what she needs. I just have to tell myself that. It hurts. But I guess it means I still need to grow. I really want to grow as a person. If it's to be better for my friends, I want that. That's very mature of you, Sayori. I'm mature.
Yep. Tell that to Salvation Natsuki, who says that she's a little kid. Sayori hops up and down on her toes.
So, does that mean you'll be going home after all?
Sayori shakes her head.
I need to be here to show that I respect her space. I'll just spend the club by myself today.
Yuri nods in understanding.
You can go in first. Okay. You're blocking the door. Oh!
Sayori steps aside.
By the way...
Before Yuri enters the club room, Sayori interjects.
You said that you and Natsuki are completely different, but I don't really think that's true.
We're not at that side story yet, though.
I think you're actually really similar in a lot of ways.
Yuri smiles and shakes her head.
Sayori, that's absurd. You're very silly sometimes.
Well, that last side story is probably gonna prove you wrong, though. Okay, I saw that you sent it to me, but, yeah, I mean, since I'm doing this, and since technically my quote-unquote day off is gonna start at 10 in about an hour, you know, yeah. But I'll look at it when I have the chance to, at least. Okay, Yuri turns and enters the club room. After a moment, Sayori follows. The club room is quiet. Yeah, I know. Yuri was gone for all of the first part of this story. But I think she definitely played a pivotal role here. When Sayori walks in, Natsuki glances in her direction. Sayori smiles and gives Natsuki a quick wave before sitting down across the room. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Sayori decides it's best to continue the manga she was reading, so she pulls it out. However, it looks like Natsuki isn't reading today. She has a sheet of paper in front of her and is tapping a pen against her desk, staring at it. Duh! Alright, no.
Ooh, are we writing today?
Monica speaks in a quiet voice, unwilling to disturb the peace of the club room. She kneels down at Natsuki's desk.
Hey!
Natsuki pulls the sheet closer to her and covers it with her arms.
Sorry, I didn't mean to peek.
You know, I said that in one of Ninja's streams recently. Well, not the Ninja Twitch star guy. I don't know that guy. I'm talking about the person here besides you.
Whatever. I just wanted to see how everything was going. It's fine.
Natsuki replies dismissively. She glances over at Sayori, who is focused on her manga. Monika follows Natsuki's gaze.
I think she's mad at me.
Now look what's going on! One girl thinks she's mad at her, and now the other girl thinks she's mad at her, and it's like... Now we have this whole cycle of everyone thinking they're mad at each other, and...
How come? I'm busy right now. Ask me later.
What the... Pfft. Well, I shouldn't be surprised it's Natsuki. Monika falls silent. Natsuki looks back down at her paper. She inches her head away from the top margin, allowing Monika to see. It says, "To Sayori." Understanding, Monika smiles. She places a hand on Natsuki's shoulder and whispers softly,
I'm proud of you.
Natsuki looks away but makes no motion to remove Monika's hand. Monika gives Natsuki's shoulder a quick squeeze before standing back up and pulling away. The end of the club meeting passes. Yuri has already departed. So has Monika after checking on Sayori and Natsuki to ensure they wouldn't stay too late. Sayori was determined to finish her manga volume before heading out, since the end was approaching. However, with Natsuki also staying late for an unknown reason, a silent tension hangs in the air. After finishing the volume, Sayori brings it to the closet to put it away. She slides it back onto the shelf while Natsuki watches. Then Natsuki gets up and pulls it back out in order to return it to its proper location.
Sorry. I didn't know...
No, I was reading it right.
I didn't know where it's supposed to go. It's fine.
The two fall silent again, avoiding eye contact. They both look like they're about to say something, but neither can break the silence. A moment passes.
Well, I'll be on my way. See you tomorrow.
Sayori turns to hide her pained expression, then walks away from the closet. If there was any proof Natsuki no longer wanted to be friends, this was it. Defeated, Sayori carries herself out of the club room. Once in the hallway, Sayori takes a deep breath and hits her palm against her cheeks to clear her head a little. Suddenly, Natsuki's stammering voice calls from behind.
Natsuki?
Startled, Sayori turns back around to face Natsuki. Well, now we have the CG. Natsuki fidgets and anxiously continues with a shaking voice.
I have a lot of things to say. Me too. But you go first.
Natsuki bites her lip and can't stay still.
Well, first of all...
She cuts herself short, struggling to continue, not continuing to struggle. Well, actually, no, I think both work in this instance. Trying to force the words out, she stamps her foot and hops up and down a little.
I'm sorry for the thing I did at lunch, and I'm sorry for just being kind of mean lately. It's kind of hard for me to, I'm not good with things that make me uncomfortable. Especially when it comes to, feelings and stuff. So...
Face burning, Natsuki clams up again. Instead of continuing, she simply holds up a sheet of paper for Sayori to take. The best place in the world. I love my bedroom. It's full of bright colors and soft things. The sunlight shines in and makes everything sparkle. It's the best place in the world. It has all my treasures, all my books, my collections, my memories. All of my dreams were born in this room. It's the best place in the world. It has all my secrets, all my failures, my fears, my feelings. Sometimes it feels so fragile that the door will break at the slightest touch. But it's still the best place in the world. But when someone knocks, I get scared. I brace my arms against the loose hinges. Please don't break. Don't come in. I'm not ready. It's my best place in the world. The knocking won't stop. I block the door with furniture. An eye peeks through the keyhole, and I panic. I'm trapped in the best place in the world. I'm not ready to share my favorite place. I need to clean my secrets and make my bed to hide my nightmares. I need to touch them, to put them away. I need to see them again. I have so much to do and I'm scared. I'm not ready. But it's still my favorite place. I still want to share it. However long it takes, if you wait patiently, I'll eventually open the door, and I'll show you the best place in the world. Yeah, I really love the CG so far here.
It's a poem. But I thought... Well, I sucked it up so that I could work things out with you. So just be happy about it. Please?
Sayori smiles deeply from the bottom of her heart.
I'm happier than I could express. I feel so awful, but I'm so happy that you would do this for me. I actually realized before the club meeting today that I made a mistake. I got so caught up in the chance to get closer to you that I forgot to think about what you wanted. That we probably about, like, the friendship stuff. I mean, it's okay. I understand, so you don't have to force yourself to talk about it. Your poem did a good job.
Yeah, so basically, the moral of the story here, well, if you can call it that, is Natsuki does want to let Sayori into her world, but you kind of have to take it at a slower pace when Natsuki is ready to. Like, yeah, you can't come barreling in and force yourself on her like that. Well, not that she was forcing herself on her, but you know what I mean. Like, figuratively speaking, you know. You can't rush things. It's just gotta kind of happen naturally, and once she feels ready to, then, yeah, she'll feel a little better about letting her guard down, so to say. I mean, especially if we think back to the last side story between her and Monaco, where Natsuki's friends are jerks. So it's like, yeah, I guess it's a little natural for her to be kind of on the offensive a little bit, but, well, anyway.
So don't force yourself if you're not ready yet, okay?
Natsuki nods.
You don't have to feel like you did anything wrong. It was my fault, and I'm sorry. I wasn't mad at you today or anything like that. I actually felt really guilty and wanted to give you space. I was thinking it's really silly that I just approach you all the time, And that I should just let you approach me when you want to. Just whatever makes you comfortable. I'll respect that from now on. Friendship should always start with those things. With the right balance.
There's that title drop again. Natsuki nods again.
One thing about that. Well, I don't want you to approach... I don't want to have to approach you all the time either. I just want it to be balanced, like you said.
Sayori nods.
I understand. We'll make sure of that together then. Well, anyway...
Now that the two of them have found common ground, Natsuki finds it easier to speak more freely again.
I'm not gonna be, like, sharing my poems all the time now or anything like that.
Not until MC comes around.
But I guess it wouldn't hurt to do it once in a while. Only the best ones. So you better like them, because otherwise I might change my mind. I like anything you do, Natsuki. I was just saying. More importantly, I have to tell you about my new boyfriend. What? Huh? Oh, from the manga.
Don't freak me out like that!
Wait, I need to guess who it is. You definitely won't be able to guess.
They're gonna have some girl talk. The two walk down the hallway together.
Oh my god, we have so much to talk about.
Oh my...
That almost sounds like my Valley Girl voice! Like, oh my god, we have so much to talk about. Darn, I should have told you to save the last 2 chapters so I could see your reaction to the big reveal. Aw, you wanted to enjoy it with me. That's...
You've chosen death!
That's so cute! Oh, shush.
Alright. Let me see real fast. Okay, so I'm like 50% done with them. Yeah, the respect... At least I think it was either the respect or the understanding side story seemed a little bit longer than that one. So now we have the reflection and self-love. Or, actually, no, we're more than 50% done here. It's just these 2 more here. Well, 2 more, and then there's the final one that comes after that. Alright, now if we look and see here... We have that one image that was released as part of the promotion for DDLC Plus. Of course she'd be taking a selfie like that. Okay, and here is Natsuki's poem, The Best Place in the World. And hey, I have all of Natsuki's poems now. I named my pen the Expression Express. Okay, I'm not going to question it. My feelings aboard with a ticket to you. No room for stammers, no lies, no extra stops, no compromise. Stations screaming by, attendants saying hi. One ticket to you, please and thank you. Take a headphone and dose. No bumps in the rails, just thumps in my heart. And loops in my letters, and clouds in the sky. And dreams in your eyes. Hey, wake up. The train has arrived. The train is late! Okay, no. Expression Express, Destination You. Choo choo. And notice how she spelled that. I don't know if it's like, well, obviously, yes, there's choo choo, like the train, but there's also chew, as in the Japanese onomatopoeia for kiss. Natsuki, what are you trying to say here? Are you trying to seduce me with your poem? Okay, no. But, well, that's. Well, I think that's. Well, no, obviously we're missing this one, but we do have a lot of that here now, and okay. Now we have the CG from the balance side quest added. So we have all that now. Now we're just missing the self-love and whatever the last one was. And then, well, I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what else would be after that. And then, well, the secret poems, which I don't know what I'm gonna do with. Then we'll eventually get the vending machine back around. And these last two images, I believe, are supposed to be obtained through finishing all of the side stories. Data collected 89%, so I'm almost there. No. Just checking to see. Because, yeah, I'm going to have to be doing a lot of that if I want to try to get all the secret poems. I still find it kind of annoying that it has to be done that way, though. Like, I don't even know where did I leave off on DDLC. Let me just see real fast. Okay, I got nothing here. Okay, so maybe I just finished another playthrough and I just left it like that. But well, for the most part, I have a good chunk of the game done there. As far as like I don't really know how much is left in order to say that you can 100% complete it. Like Drekna said something like how there are certain files that you can only access at certain times of the day and that counts towards 100%. And I've accessed a few of them based on his walkthrough, and it did nothing to change the percentage. I also saw someone say that if you're stuck at 99% and you can't figure out why, it might be because you have to say yes and no to Yuri's confession in Act 2. So you'd essentially have to go through that decision twice. Oh, you didn't stream because you weren't feeling good. Yeah, well, for sure, definitely don't force yourself if you're not feeling good. You know, like that's one reason why I don't think I'd. Well, besides the fact that I have the job now and I can't stream as freely as I want to anymore, I don't think I would be able to anyway, just because there might be my days where I'm not feeling good anyway. And yeah, that is BS. And that's why, like, I've been doing like when I was doing the multiple playthroughs to try to get some of the secret poems anyway. I was even trying to be like, okay, I've already tried this combination of talking to this girl first in Act 1, and now I'm going to try talking to this girl first, and, like, trying to do all these crazy combinations of like, let me see if I can get every single bit of dialogue that I possibly can. But, well, I mean, I still have my notebook where I was kind of making my list of the many different combinations I was trying. All of that. But yeah, I hate it too, especially like, well, I'll put it this way. Doki Doki Blue Skies is the reason my notebook exists. Because the Natsuki route in Blue Skies is like, you need to have a guide for that in order to get the good ending, because otherwise you're either going to end up with the neutral ending or well, one of the endings that I hate. And yeah, I'm just here like, so that's why I was here like, screw it, man. I'm just gonna like document every single little decision I make, and then I'm gonna experiment and see like, okay, I did this before, now I'm going to do this. Yeah. And the CG was really nice. And I believe some of the people who were part of the mod community did end up getting brought on to do some of that work for Team Salvato. Specifically, I think somebody who did some of the CG work in the original Exit music might have actually made it in here. But I can't be sure. I would have to actually like look up some of this stuff just to see because I have no idea, but that was something that I heard. Because I mean, a lot of the new artwork here is incredible. Like I mean, besides how Satchley has obviously grown as an artist with how she draws the girls now. I mean, yeah, the CGs themselves are like, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so I'll go over what you sent me, and I'm gonna say right now, the name that you gave for Sayori's mom in my mod universe, my Monica goes by the name of Monica Akiyama. So I'm just here like, well, and yeah, it is nice for them to get the fan base involved. And it kind of gets their foot in the door to, like add that to their portfolio, so to say. Because you can be like, I did this work for this game, and it's literally something that you can have on your resume. Yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of surprised with how short that one side story was, but yeah, and oops, the Switch is starting to go into sleep mode there. Yeah, it might seem like a fool's errand, but I would like to see if I can try to go for 100% in this. But I'll see. Yeah, because I'm just here like, I'm legit kind of starting to question, like, besides the pictures, obviously, and just finishing the side stories and the story material in general, like, what else would there be? Especially considering how, well, like I mentioned, I was accessing those special files that Drecknought was mentioning in his guide, and it's like the data collected meter does not budge. So it just has me wondering, like, what is this? Like, not to say that he's lying to me, but it does just seem like, is it that arbitrary to where it doesn't actually affect anything, and it's kind of like a fool's errand in a way. I don't know. I don't know, really. And yeah, I do also kind of wonder, like, the whole thing with these emails and whatever, like, okay. But yeah, I do find it kind of ironic that the family name that you gave Sayori is the family name that I gave to Monica and my mods. And I really do wonder if somebody's maybe done some kind of deep dive video on this. Only because, like, it seems like there is, like, some kind of elaborate story here, but you only get bits and pieces of it. And I'm not one to typically go through all this and try to compile it all to form a story. Yeah, like if you ever read or play through Captive Heart, which, well, I'll talk to you a little bit about it, I guess, after I'm done streaming. But if you do go through the original Captive Heart, that is Monica's name. She does go by Monica Akiyama in that story, and pretty much all of my mods from then on. Alright, well, I guess, yeah, since I'm trying to stick to just doing one side story per streaming session, I guess next time it's going to be reflection then. So we'll have reflection, self-love, and then the final thing that unlocks after you do all of them together. I don't know what that is, but I only saw it like for a glimpse in Dreknong's video, so I can't say for sure, but I just know that it seems that it unlocks after you do all the side stories here. But alright, so yeah, next time I guess, assuming that I am able to stream with no, almost did they say, like anything like interfering or whatever, I'll be doing the reflection side story next. So, yep, I will see you guys next time with whatever else I do. Stay golden, and later, folks.